right now. Begin with that drama on Dancing with the Stars. You saw those two protesters rush the stage heading for Ryan Lochte right after his dance. ABC's Matt Gutman is in L.A. with new video and details from the incident. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, George. It caught everybody off guard. Those protesters managed to come clear across the dance floor, almost right up to Ryan Lochte and Cheryl Burke, who were standing right here. Now, those men were yelling, "Liar, liar," at Ryan Lochte over that episode in Rio. They were finally brought down by a whole group of security guards right around here. After foxtrotting his way onto the Dancing with the Stars premiere,
and I really do feel that you brought your best to this ballroom.
Ryan Lochte receiving his critique when suddenly,
excuse me, hey, back off!
An intrusion on the dance floor.
Excuse me.
The show staying in split screen, host Tom Bergeron abruptly breaking to commercial.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll get the rest of the judges' comments. Take a deep breath. We'll be right back.
This is what you didn't see at home.
All right.
Excuse me.
Wow.
Two protesters wearing anti-Lochte shirts storming the stage.
Excuse me.
In this GMA exclusive, you can see a high angle as security quickly tackles one of the protesters before handcuffing him. He's then escorted from the ballroom. And there were other protesters in the gallery. Watch dancing pro Derek Huff pull the curtain on these audience members, also sporting those anti-Lochte shirts.
Get out of here, come on, get out. It's a good show, a positive show.
When the show returned, Bergeron gamely trying to laugh it off.
We had a little incident. I would like to personally thank our security team for staying in shape.
But it wasn't a joke for the LAPD, who arrested 48-year-old Sam Sodadeh and 40-year-old Barzine Cerruti, both men booked for trespassing.
We were sitting in our seats, then we walked out and said he's a liar.
Police say neither man touched anyone at the taping.
I had actually a front row seat. My initial instinct was to jump up and go, and I literally got up out of my chair. But then I stopped myself because I went, is this part of the show?
The protest focusing on a boozy incident during the Rio Games in which Ryan Lochte was caught lying about what happened at this gas station. He's now facing a 10-month ban from USA Swimming.
My biggest regret is letting other people down. It's my second chance, and I don't want to blow it.
Now, we caught up with those men outside here. They were handcuffed. They said they'd been protesting Lochte because of that fiasco in Rio. They said it endangered Americans. And while so many Americans did feel disgusted with what Ryan Lochte said and did in Rio, what happened here seemed to turn the tide, at least on social media and in this room, where he got a standing ovation. Guys. George.
Okay, Matt, thanks very much. Let's bring in Tom Bergeron right now. And Tom, let me say right from the start, boy, you are a pro. All that is going on live TV on the stage.
Buddy.
You kept your cool. Cut to commercial. But tell us what you were thinking when this all unfolded.
Well, look, it's not uncommon for there to be a lot of noise here, a lot of cheering, a lot of jeering when people don't like the judges' comments. It wasn't really until I saw Carrie Ann's expression change that I got the sense something more was going on, and I turned, and honestly, by the time I saw the two guys coming with their T-shirts, our security team had them sucking floor. So it all happened very quickly. And then my main concern was just how Ryan and Cheryl were, and to try to get some control of the show so we could move forward once I knew that had been taken care of.
Yeah, and you told everybody to take a deep breath. What was the audience reaction like? What was that feeling in the room afterwards?
Well, I think much like ours, it was just we were shocked, and we have a very good security system here. There are metal detectors, bags are checked, etc. But you know, I think our security did a great job in not assuming that just because these people wanted to be vocally protesting that they might not get physical as well. But I think all of us needed that couple of minutes to just kind of take a deep breath. And you correctly cite that the mood in the room was definitely in Ryan's corner after these guys were escorted out.
Hi, Tom. This is Robin. Were you aware we saw...
Hi, Robin.
Hi. And I echo what George just said. You are a pro's pro and how you handled everything. Were you aware of the
other...
Stop it some more. Were you aware of the other protests that were going on? We heard Derek up in the balcony, you know, trying to
Yeah.
shot down some protesters. Were you aware of what was going on?
Derek ran right over to not immediately. Then I heard Carrie Ann going, there are more, and I turned to see Derek, yelling for them to get out, and more security went up there. And then my concern shifted to make sure Derek didn't get her, because he leapt in defense of the show, which I love him for, and it was really times of crisis, if you will, certainly bring people together. In this case, that certainly was true.
And Tom, this is Michael. One quick question: the seats that those guys were in have access. Good morning. To the floor like that, were those like VIP seats? Were those family and friend seats?
No, I think they proved they weren't VIP seats. But no, it's just they were just part of our typical audience, and they went through a screening process like anybody else, and I think they had dressed appropriately for the show, and then tore those away to reveal those T-shirts.
Hey Tom, as you can imagine, there are quite a lot of skeptics out there. What would you say to some skeptics? You heard Alfonso say he thought it might have been part of the show, who think this was some kind of stunt cooked up by the show.
Alfonso said he thought it was part of the show.
No, he said that was his first thought, and then in his mind he realized it wasn't.
Oh, that was his first thought. Yeah, and I heard the audience members saying they didn't know what to do because they weren't sure if it was part of the show. Look, there are always skeptics about everything. We were kidding before I came on the air that Oliver Stone's doing a movie about last night, but but look, it wasn't a bit. It was really unnerving, and again, I applaud our security team for making it very short.
And you did a great job, as we said as well. Tom, thanks for joining us this morning.
Glad everybody's okay, Tom. We'll see you soon.